Alright, Don, are you there? There's a group chat or a live chat down, I think it's below the screen. Can you hear me? Retina display is supposed to be really good. I just now turned my mic on. Okay, can you hear me? If you can hear me, use the group chat that's on the screen there. I think it's below the video feed. Down by the comments. don't look real big, but it moved almost $20, and that's quite a bit for one day. I mean, shit, that was or excuse me, not one day, 2 days, or a day and a half. Still, all right. So you want to do one day? So what's it now? 3 o'clock. 6, 4. Oh no. There, right there. So still, it moved to 10, almost $14 today. I mean, that's quite a bit of movement in one day. When you're talking about a coin, that, it's $180. That's a lot of movement. There's a lot of people are gonna be killer stoked over that, because they're holding a bunch of coins. Everything's a little delayed, so we just kind of have to bear with it, but it functions. You know what I'm saying? You can still get the idea. So what I'll do is I'll say something, and then I'll wait for you to respond, so I know how to continue. So, where would you like to begin? Well, what do you see that you want to know about? Like, there's so much I can tell you here, but I don't use all of it. So I just, what do you want to know that I can explain that's here? Because I don't know what you want to know. I use a lot of it, but not all of it. Okay. The green and red right here, right here, that's your chart. This one happens to be Ethereum paired with the USD tether. All right, which is equal to right now it's 99.999999999 cents. So a dollar. Always is. That's just because it's a stable coin. Here you have RSI, which is your relative strength index. Right now it's telling me that it's kind of buy heavy. Okay, very buy heavy. The strength's up here. There's volume. Okay. The one right below it is my stochastic indicator. That tells me when it's up where it's at right now. It tells me that it's oversold. I mean, there's way too much on the market, and it's basically flooding the market, and it's got to unflood the market to bring the value back up. Okay, so people have to buy it. So it's going to drive the price down because there's more sellers than buyers right now. Okay, the green line, it turns faster than the red line. Okay, the green line's like more almost, in real time, as far as as real time as you can get. It's still delayed a little bit. All the charts are delayed a little bit just from internet speed, this or that. But the red is your overall average. Like you can kind of see, if you kind of look at it, you can kind of you can kind of see, here's where it comes down, and then it has a little bit of a bump right here, and it dips down again. All right, and it's got a little bit of an up, a little little dip right there. Right, you can see it as here we go back up again, and here is a little dip again. Little up, little flat, and it goes up a little bit, up, right? Now this is, then we had this big drop, right? This big drop right here that brought us down here, right there. Okay, then if you look, here's a rise, and then it kind of flattened out, right, for the most part. But then we got here, and it fucking shot up again. So what happened was this right here was way up here. It's pointing up here because it was real quick. The green one too was pointing up because it was really quick. You can kind of see where it started to go, and then quickly went back down because it stopped. You see it was real quick, and it started. Now it's coming back down. And if you look at the end of it. It's starting to go on a downward curve because it's starting to have a downward trend. Okay. I also know that this is one of the highest points it's had in a while, and more of its pricing has been done below 180 than above 180. So I know we're at 182 or 180, 180. We're pretty good, pretty much at a high point. It's not likely to go much higher. If it is, if it does happen to take off like that, I have a $12 window. It can go up to $193.15 before I liquidate. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't let it go that far. What I would do is I'd come down here, and because I'm telling it to short, which is this one over here, seller short, okay? And if you look, I have 2.75. So I come over here and I type in 5 Ethereum, right? And then I do buy long. And what that would do is that would close out those three that I have, or those 2.75 I have on the board, or whatever with 5.25. Well, hell, you could, anything over 2.75 is plenty. And then you flip it around, and it would flip around, and you'll be going up like it's buying like a normal stock or anything else. Buy low, sell high. The difference with futures is you can bet going down too. You can bet a downtrend. So even if the price, it don't matter what the price is doing, up or down, because you can bet on it both ways. The one thing I really don't care for in this particular in Binance, and I think does TradingView let you do it? I know MetaTrader 4 does, and I think there's one or two crypto brokers in there, or exchanges in there that use MetaTrader for their for their trading platform. They don't make you follow FIFO, which is first in, first out. I hate that. Okay, let's say right now. Okay, I've got this position here. I'm shorting it. I want it to go down, but it's, oh my god, it's going up. I can leave that sit there, right, and I can open up a buy real quick, so that I'm long. I'm going long. I'm hedging my bet. That way, as my bet is going down, I'm losing money on the one that I've already set. I'm gaining money on the new long position I just took going up. When that one finishes going up, I close it, I profit. Now I open a short, another short. So now I've got a short position opened up top where I just started coming back down from that spike, and I'm making profit all the way back down again, as I'm undoing the loss that I never was actually, it was never a realized loss because I never closed the position. So as far as the books show, there was never any loss ever. Okay, even though you opened it and you may have lost $30 but you had enough to cover the loss until it came back into profit. That's what's nice about it. But you can't do that with this. If I was to say, let's say it goes up, right? If I open a buy to go long, it's still going to have 1.75 going short, and that buy is not going to be going up. I'm just going to be losing less money. I'm just reducing how much I have on the board and taking a loss. To completely close out and change over, you have to have more than what you already have on the board. Okay? If you don't, you're just going to leave that position open. That's why I like MetaTrader 4, because you can leave that position open, take the loss, and open up a fresh position, take it long, make the profit, turn around, take it short all the way back down, profit all the way down, and when you catch up with the other spot, now you're profiting on both those positions. You got two shorts open, and this one will split the difference between the two. Let's say it's up, it goes up like in 20 cents over where I opened the last short. It'll open a new short, but it'll change the value. So instead of it being right now it's at 181.71, it'll raise the entry price to say 181.80, so that I gain 10 cents more. As far as it takes the average of the two values and gives you a spot in between, so you get an average. So it gives you less room you have to move to catch up to make up the loss. Plus you're gaining that much more on every cent that it gains. I mean, you gotta understand too. I've only got $6.70 and $6.66 in each of them. In Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, but I hold 2.75 Ethereum and I hold 1.5 Bitcoin Cash. So that means for every dollar Bitcoin Cash drops, I gain $1.50. For every dollar that Ethereum drops, I gain 2.75. All right. Now, green bars mean the value went up. All right. Um, you get it really. If you think of it this way, whenever a bar is red, that means it starts at wherever the top of the solid part is, and went down. Okay. At least when you choose these kind of bars, there's different kinds of bars. I like the candles, because they have wicks and tails. Okay, when it's green, again, it goes from left to right, so it goes up until the solid stops, and when it moves over to the next bar, that's where the next bar started. And then if it goes up, it's green. It's gonna be green and solid. If it goes down, it's gonna be red and solid until it gets to where it actually closed. Where it closes, all right, might be different than where it actually was during that time period, which is the wicks and tails. That's the movement during that hour. All right, or that this one with each one of these bars is 1 hour long. So during this hour, right here, and here we'll zoom in on it as best we can. All right, we went from, what is it here? Approximately 175.34 all the way up to about 181.52. But we settled before the next hour opened. We had come back down a little bit and got down to 180.10. So it lost about $1.40 in that last little bit out, but then started here and went right back up again. You see what I'm saying? So you can see where all these, where all the peaks are. All right, this is another peak. All right, I thought we were kind of at the peak for the day, but I guess not. But it doesn't matter because, like I said, look, it's coming. It's probably gonna. This is a resistance right here. It's probably gonna bounce off of this. This is a really, look how strong this resistance is. Other than, look. Let me zoom out a little bit here. All right, look here. So let's see. It says 420. It crossed it and it was only there for a day. And before that, it came back across the day before, and it took into the day before that. So really, it was 1 day, 2 days in a row that it was up above that, and then it was back down. Other than that, look, it has not been this high since right here, which is March 12th. You see what I'm saying? So, and when we really, if we really want to zoom out, we zoom out and we shrink it down. Oop. It's not shrinking that much. We need some depth to it. Look at this. Look at most of the trading on this entire coin has been done below this line. And prior to its peak over here, right over here, December 17th, something like that, back in 2017, where every coin peaked, it's never even went above this. Look, and then it plummeted, and it's kind of stayed below this line. It kind of barely, got to it. I don't think it's going to go above it. This is a very, very strong resistance. And like I said, God forbid it does. It won't be by much. All right, I have, let's see, $113 it can move. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've got room for it to move. So I'm not all that worried about it. And if I can, and if you want to look at it this way, before I have to worry about it, let's zoom back in here on what we want to look at. Look, here, that's where we are, right? Let me zoom back out a little bit. Alright, that's where we are. Right? Right at 181.71. I have to go all the way up here before they take everything from me. You don't think I'm gonna risk $10 before I lose 200? Think about that. Which is a smarter move? Lose $10 or lose $200? You know what I'm saying? So my dumb ass always waits too long. I just got to start remembering to switch it right when, when it's obvious that it's going. before it gets too far out of control, close the deal. At least take a small loss, eat the small loss, and then get back in it in the direction that it actually ends up going, or you know, eat an even bigger loss later and switch positions, and then possibly eat a little bit more loss if it switches back around right after you do. You could eat a double loss there, but it'll be a hell of a lot less than if you close the deal and been done and over with it. You know. But this from the stochastic here, this just tells me this is the 70 line and the 20 line, or 90 and 20. When it's above 90, that means it's being oversold. It's flooding the market. When it's way down here under this line, it means it's there's high demand. There's not enough people selling it, so it's more likely the price is going to go up. It goes the opposite direction of that line. It kind of follows the line. So if it's up here, it's gonna come down here. This last one down here is your MACD. All right. Generally speaking, it follows this. It follows all three of these. One is just more instant and real time than the other two. That's all. The one that looks like vertical lines, really weird. I don't like this particular one. The one on the phone is a lot better. I don't know why this one sucks so bad, and I can't find the other options on it. I've tried. But it goes above and below a line. All right. You can have an upward trend. Okay, like where the price is climbing, and the lines are still red and underneath the line. All right. That just means that there's still enough people pulling selling it that are keeping it's not rising fast enough and hard enough. It's a strength meter. Think of it, you know what I'm saying? When it's below the line, there's more sells. When it's above the line, there's more buys. Okay? Just because the line is pointing, is below, just because each one of those little dashes is below or above that line, doesn't necessarily mean that the value is going in that direction. It gives you an idea of strength and the direction in which the strength is being pulled. Is it being pulled up for a buy or down for a sell? The other one is just your average. Your average move. It's three. It's like three different graphs in one. It's like a combination of three different graphs. Now, see, I also, Don, have this. Hold up. Let me see. I got my other one here. See, I got this other one here. It's this one right here is Ethereum. Then I got this one over here. Right here, Bitcoin Cash. All right. Again. That's the problem with Bitcoin. You really never do know. But again, because of the coins I'm dealing with, it's a pretty safe bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. These are all 1 hour bars. So look how many hours it went before it got up to this level again. In all these hours without ever getting up here. So this is another. It's been here since for 2 days. It's been below this line. So this is a resistance. Is another zone of resistance. But if you look, it's still a little bit lower. So it's still on this downward trend. So it's not likely it's going to go any higher than it spiked here. Okay, which is 226, 236, and my liquidation price is 252. So I could go all the way up to the top of the screen here, right up to here, right there, before it takes everything. So I've got room to move. I'm going to switch around before that. If I'm not going to let it move that much. The reason Bitcoin kept fucking me was because it was only having to move a little tiny bit, because it doesn't move in pennies like this one does, and the other and Ethereum, they move. It'll move in like 4 or 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, 8 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at Ethereum, look at it. It's 13. That means it's 6.5, because it's 2.75 times, however, so whatever that is, divide that by 2.75. So and that's how much value it moved. Very, very little. Bitcoin moves by like $2, $3, $4 each time. You know what I'm saying? So it can move. That's why it moves so quick, because it has such because the value is so high, and even small pieces of coin are so expensive, so it's gonna move the value more. The red feeding down are your sells. Your green feeding up on the right hand side are your buys. People trying to buy. And if you look, do you see how you see all those the red with a few greens mixed in? That's your order. That's your trades. That's the actual trades that have taken place. So there's more sells going on than there are buys. And if you look here, zoom in a little bit so we can see it. Look at my stochastic, right? It's hard to see in this, in this color, but or my relative strength index. Let me get a better color. Okay. Oh shit. All right. You see how if you watch the tip of it, all right, right here, you'll notice as this comes down, the tip of this moves, all right? Because the strength is starting to pull towards the cells. Okay? This one here, this follows the way that the value is moving. Green moves faster than red. Red is your overall average. Green is your fast movement. And if you look, you can actually see green moving. See? And it's pulling down. That means it's starting to go on a downtrend. And it'll constantly be moving, but you can kind of follow it and get it. It's been downtrending for so long now that I pretty much know it's in a downtrend. It's not a guarantee. It could flip back up out of nowhere, but it's not likely to spike out of nowhere at this value. That this is a high point. You know what I'm saying? It's people are going to be wanting to sell here to make a profit. Okay. Same with your MACD. If you notice, as the bars get thinner, like height wise, look how the lines on the MACD got shorter. All right, because they were starting to the strength was starting to be pulled out of the buying side onto the sell side, and then all of a sudden they started getting bigger. Now they're starting to get smaller again, which means the strength is being pulled out of the buy side back to sell side. Your relative strength index is flat right now because look, your buys and sells are pretty much equal. Okay, means they're buying and selling pretty much the same amount, so they're almost canceling each other out, so it's staying flat. But that doesn't mean it's not gonna either go away. It's gonna shoot up or shoot down. So what I'll do here is, let's see, what I have 1.5 there. So we'll put in 2.5 here, and then I should do 1 there just in case. We'll do market. Oop. Market value of, let's see, 2.5, and we'll do 1 here just in case. All right, that way I can quick hit it. Boom, boom, done. And it switches my position. It's gonna close this 1.5 out and put a 1 in its place going north. So I cancel it out, took a small loss. Okay, whatever it's gonna cost me. 32 cents is what the cost is to flip that position. Okay, Um, so I'd rather I'd rather take the 32-cent loss than, you know, close it out completely and take the whole loss, which right now is probably about the same, actually. You know, to be honest with you, but because it's not very, it's not very much. I mean, what are we at now? Market price is 181.80, and I came in at 181.71. So we're only 10 cents in the hole, 12 cents in the hole, 11 cents in the hole. Not, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not that far behind where I started. 11 cents ain't shit. Okay? Just watch. It'll start to go down or start to go up. Either way, I can quick hit my button, and if it's going up, I can quick hit my button, stop my down position, eat the small loss and go up, or I can let it keep going, going down if it keeps going, but I'm ready to go. It's on, it's ready. Okay, my Ethereum. See Bitcoin Cash. I got, that one. I have a lot more room to play with. Now I'm in profit on the Bitcoin on this one here, 2 cents. Again, Ethereum's going to do the same thing though. It's hitting a resistance out of my pocket, like $40, $50, something like that. But it's not all technically in play. It's all held in margin, so that if the price goes against me, and I close the deal, whatever loss is there, they can take it out. The more you have in margin, the better. It means you can open up larger trades, or you can let a trade go longer. You can go, if you're looking for a long-term trend, if you figure out what your margin is, you can look at, okay, well, I need to be able to let this coin move, say $700 before it even margin calls me. Okay, so that means that you're going to have a couple thousand in the account to be able to cover that. Because you got to remember, you got whatever you're leveraged, or whatever you hold. If you hold 10 Bitcoins, it's gonna, for every dollar it changes, it's gonna plus or minus $10 off your account. See, I say plus or minus dollars, but with Ethereum and Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, and they're a little bit higher. So yeah, they move in cents, but they end up in dollars. But most of the other ones, they'll move like a couple pennies, but but they'll also only cost 15 cents each. So you're buying, you're buying 10, 15, 20,000 of them at a time. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative. They don't move as much. So when you have 1,500 of them, yeah, you're gonna make, if it moves $1, you're gonna make $1,500. But those coins that you're gonna hold 1,500 of don't cost $1 usually. Usually they're cheap. 10, 20 cents. Bitcoin BAT got pretty close. It was at 36 at one point, 37 at one point. But you're basically just betting on whether the price is going to go up or go down. Okay, and you can look over here, and the reason there's more, it's pretty much staying flat on your buys and sells. If you look at the numbers, there's the size of the buys. Look, there's a dude buying 48 Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, 22.8 Bitcoin Cash. Another guy buying 10. Another guy buying 20. You know what I'm saying? So they're buying 20 times whatever the current value is, $231 each. Okay, that's actually people buying them. We're not actually buying them on here. We're just betting on a price. But see, I don't look at it as gambling, because I have all this information, plus more that I'm not even using. at my disposal to help me figure out which direction it's going to go. Okay? It's not an exact science, of course. Duh. But, it works until you're too Jewish to take a small loss, and then now you're in it so deep that, well, now you close out. Now you're fucked because you've eaten up every little bit of profit. You don't have anything left to play with. So, and then the next thing you know, you're gone because you're so far in and you got nothing left. You know what I'm saying? So it happens quick. It's not hard. It's educated guesses. I just wish you could hedge. That's all. See, and you don't want to close out immediately because you got to remember that there's a spread. So you're going to get that hit. You're going to get hit with that. And it's going to rise and fall. Hence the wicks and tails. So you see, it's not just going to stay at a price and either keep going up or keep going down on that bar. It's going to change. You see what I'm saying? If I really want to get an idea of what it's doing, come over here, right here. Instead of looking at each one of these bars is 1 hour, I can go down to 15. Look at 15 minutes. Each bar now is 15 minutes. So look, a little bit there, a little bit there. It came down, kind of stayed flat, a little bit down. It stayed flat, a little bit down, a little up, a little bit down. This is the flat. It's pretty much staying flat. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm on now. Where you at? I know you're here somewhere. Ah, there you are. You sneaky little bastard. Let's bring it into a little bit better perspective here, because, I mean, shit. That's only 60 cents. See what I'm saying? Here's where I went in at 231.77, right? Yeah. And it's at 232.39. So it's only gone up like 60 cents. Alright, so look, it's not anything it's already gone up before that this is high before, so I'm not even worried about it. Alright? Now, if it keeps going up, you know, you don't have to do something about it. But if you notice, on a 15-minute, the now look, my stochastic changed, my RSI changed, and my MACD changed. They all were always going to change if you change your time frames. Okay, I don't like trusting most of this shit unless I'm on at least a 2 hour, 1 to 2 hour time frame, because it's got more information to work with. All right. So I mean, the more information it's got, the more accurate it'll be. All right. So that way, that way you kind of know what you're dealing with. Oh no, yeah. See, this is 2 hours again. So again, look at the 2 hours. Look, we're almost at that mark, point where it wants to sell again, and this is it's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's got a little bit of a pop, but it's not much. If you watch the green, it'll come back down, and if not, I can close out again. It's only 60 cents. Now it's $1. It's gonna have to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, if it gets halfway up that pink wick, now I might think about, popping it long or closing it and waiting to see what happens, depending on how fast it's moving. But everything is telling me that the strength is coming back towards the sell side and is gonna fall. See, you know what I'm saying? It pulls up a little bit, but it always comes back. It always pulls back. That's why I was down to a smaller time frame, like a 30-minute. You know what I'm saying? So I can see, get a more accurate idea of what's going on. But now that I see that it's doing that, I might go down to like a 5-minute. There, see? There. That gives me an idea of what it's been doing for the last 5 minutes. Look what it's been doing for 5 minutes. Alright? It's just been playing fucking jump rope with my damn position. So it's not, for every one of those bars is 5 minutes long. So it's been playing jump rope with me for look how long now. But an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's coming back down. See? Look at the bars. My indicators are moving. See? Oops. I want to unmerge those. Why does it always, when it does that, how come it never... oops. Unmerge up. Merge up. Unmerge up. Hardest fucking thing to get your mouse on is this little spot here to catch the edge of the chart so you can move the damn thing. There we go. See, look how it's coming back down. See, look, now it's only 30 cents in the hole. 35 cents. Now Ethereum, that's even less in the hole, but because I'm getting almost 3 Ethereum, so divide that, what's that, 15, it's only 50 cents in the hole. But I'm getting 3 to 1. So I'll probably, next time that one goes to profit, I'll probably close that one out and just go to 1 to 1. That'll give me more room to move, and I can open up other positions on other coins. And unless you're prepared to take a lot of losses, I wouldn't touch Bitcoin unless you know what you're doing. You jump in, jump out, and ready to eat a loss if you have to. See, I also like to use the... No, it's just because it moves so much. That's the problem. It moves a lot. If it didn't move by like $5, $10, $15 at a time, it wouldn't be a big deal. You know, it'd be like one of these coins moving at $1 at a time. You know, when a coin, when it moves that much, you know, it doesn't take much to knock you out. You know. We are looking at Bitcoin Cash, right? Yeah. Well, we did have a high spike up by about about 6 minutes ago, but it's dropping quick. Watch. It's gonna pop down and then spring back. Pop down and spring. The strength is heavy on the buy side. It's a lot stronger on buy. Look at your MACD. MACD is almost non-existent because it's dipping below the line now. Going to the buy, it's going to sellers. There's getting to be more sellers than buyers, so it's going to start pulling the price down. Here I'll go to a 1 minute bar. All right, I don't want to scare you. I'll go to 3 minute. Every one of these bars is now 3 minutes long. So we'll get another bar at the hour. But if you're really trying to narrow down where to trade at, this will tell you. Because you can narrow it down even more, more and more until you know exactly where you want to trade. But if you noticed, you see how my Stoke and my MACD are both the Stoke saying I should buy, and MACD is saying I should that it's buying, but it's still it's starting to trend down, and everything else is now starting to say it's starting to trend down too. The only thing that says it should be going up is Stoke. That's because it's of the time frame. Like I said, smaller time frames you have to adjust your Stoke properties. It's set for about a 1 to 4 hour time frame. It'll work best. But it's respecting that 4 hour time frame. Whatever that that 2 and 4 hour time frame both had it going down. These have it going up, but for some reason it's going down. It's because it respects the long. It has more information to go by. You know, it's still only picking up. It's still only picking up the same number of bars. Okay, but instead of the bars each containing an hour's worth of data, now you're only containing 3 minutes worth of data per bar. So you have 14 bars of 3 minutes each, or you have 14 bars of an hour each, which is going to give you a more accurate reading. Stochastic oscillator. It's one of the oscillators that deals with whether it's people are buying or selling. It's one is a fast moving and one's an average. That follows the it's almost like your moving daily average almost. But if you look, Ethereum is back in profit, and right about, oh come on, don't do that to me. We're remember I said we were $2 off. We were a dollar. We had changed it like a dollar because it was $1.50 in difference. Look, now only down 25 cents, which means whatever $1.50 on every dollar is. So if I'm down 15 cents, I'm down a penny, or sorry, 10 cents or 12 cents. Sorry, something like that. It's like I'm not down that much. Look at mark price. Mark price for the Bitcoin Cash is $231.94. I bought it at $231.77, 97. So it's 20 cents. Oh, come on, give me some profit and I'll close out and I'll move on. I'll get the fuck up out of here. See, that's what I was worried about. Shit like this. But let me adjust these colors on these so I can actually see them. I think I did those backwards, but that's all right. It'll still give me an idea. See, look at everything is shooting up, but it's still only 30 cents. It's 60, 50 cents. See? How easy was that? I take a small loss, and now look. Give it a second, be back in profit. good dip and I'll close. But see, I gotta watch this white one over here, 230, 230. Over here, my trade history and make sure. See, it still counted. I don't know why it took that one as a loss, but I lost like a dollar, about $1.50. I don't know why, but I haven't figured out why it's saying I'm losing that, but I am. So, but I still have what I should have. You know, it's like it's taking away my profit or something. I don't know. But I've been liking XRP. It's been doing really well. I think Ethereum was a buy coin. Someone said buy it, but I think it was this morning. You can go look at Ethereum real quick if y'all want. See, it's up 5.5% for the day. See, that's only 92 cents, and it's not even 92 cents. It's really only a third of 92 cents. So 30 cents. We're just zoomed in so close. That's all. And on a 1 minute bar. What happens when I go to a 1 hour bar? Oh shit! We gotta shrink that down. Oh look. Oh wow. That ain't hardly moving, dude. And again, at a peak. This is when they were saying this to buy back here at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I was about right. But what I'll do is I'll come over here to my phone and I'll throw the Ethereum channel. 5-minute chart and keep an eye on it. Let's go check out XRP. Let's see what else has got some movement. Ooh, look at this Dash. XLM moves 6%. Wow. Wow. It really looks like Dash is on a downcline, huh? Look, for all those hours, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 hours straight it climbed. Chances are it's gonna fall from this point. So what is it at now? 80.34. Limit 78.50, which is what, right about here. Uh, 78.75. Limit am I shorting this? Yep. Entry price is 78.75. Let's say my exit price is 75. The quantity of dash was 2.154. That means I would have an $8 loss. Oh, it's because I need to pick short. Never mind. I would have an $8 gain or a 95% profit. And just to give you an idea of going from right there to where I said, it's that much movement. It's from here to here, right about there. So it's just these two bars right there. That's it. Now let's say I do. Let's just do 2. Make it easy. I like nice even numbers. Unless that's really, you know what? That's even better. Let's do 1.25. Why did it go in at 80.30 when it's not? Oh well. Fuck it. So Dash literally has to go up $5 before it takes everything. that's my roommate. I really didn't mean to open this until much, much lower, but oh well. Where did I open it? Holy shit, that's way down here, isn't it? Now we can do 80, that's 40 cents. Not 24/7 because I'll open some trades and let them sit because I know they're going to be long termers. Worried about Ethereum because, like I said, it can go all the way up to 190 before I, 191 before I liquidate, and I'm only at 182, so I got $8 to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let it get that far out. Hi, Nika. Which one is this? Dash? I'm going down. I need to go up, and I need to do 2.5. Make sure it doesn't. See? I see a couple big buys coming in, but I see a couple really big sells too, so it should balance. See, yep. Didn't really do much. It came down a little bit. Let's see, Ethereum was the one that was up, and it's come way down. Dash is only down 27 cents, 26 cents, not even. God damn. Hey, buddy. Alright, y'all, I'll be right back.